Yo, what is going on, YouTube family? How are you guys all doing? I hope you're doing great. If not, always, some way, somehow, this video is gonna make your day even greater. Today, without further ado, we're gonna be reacting to you don't know just how good Terry McLaurin is. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but we're gonna be reacting to this video. Terry McLaurin, as a Commanders fan, that's her new name now, but that's for sure my favorite team as a kid growing up. I'm trying to get used to the name, but I'm getting to it. But Terry McLaurin's for sure our best receiver. Excited for what's going on. He's got a big contract right now that we just got him to. Very excited to have him back on the team. This guy's produced every year ever since he came in as a rookie, so it's a very well-deserved contract. But for those that don't know him, you're about to find out. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Let me just minimize myself real quick. But you guys already know, before we do that, know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that, you know? Because it's free. Who doesn't like free stuff? And plus, if you don't get what you expect, if you don't like what you get out of that package, that 4-in-1 package, then, you know, you can just always dislike the video, unsub, you know? But we're gonna get into this video right now. I'm very excited. Shout out to J&D. Let's make sure I actually, shout out to the right person. J&D Productions. Shout out to J&D Productions. You guys can see right here. Leave a like right there for him. Let's get it.
Finally, there is good news for the Commanders, probably for the first time this offseason.
Are you fucking with me?
Terry McLaurin has signed a... Finally, there is...
I know this dude right here on the left. Can you guys? I wonder if you guys can see my cursor, bro. But this guy's actually a cool dude.
Good news for the Commanders, probably for the first time this offseason.
Are you fucking with me?
Terry McLaurin has signed a 3-year extension, keeping him in Washington
Very well
for the
deserved.
next
Look at that ice.
4 years. Terry McLaurin has averaged over 1,000 yards per season over the last 3 years.
Over the last 3 years, Terry McLaurin has over 1,000 yards. Come on, bro.
The most of...
And by the way, before he's probably gonna say it because, bro, you gotta give this guy props. He hasn't had one solid quarterback every year. You know, Alex Smith, then Dwayne Haskins, RIP. We have Taylor Heineke. I mean, I've always been a fan of our quarterbacks. No matter who we have as a quarterback, I always have trust in us to get the dub every Sunday, every Thursday, every Monday, whenever we play, whenever we put up that uniform on. And it's showtime, I expect us to catch that dub. But Terry McLaurin's shown in and shown out. So
any wideout drafted in 2019. This offseason, the wide receiver...
2019, that includes DK Metcalf. That includes AJ Brown. Oh, there's somebody else I'm missing, but...
The most of any wideout drafted in 2019.
That is the most...
This offseason, the wide receiver market completely flipped on its head, and it helped McLaurin ink a $71 million deal. And I promise you right now, you don't know how good...
Pay attention to number 2, bro. Pay attention to number 2. You guys didn't see it.
$71 million deal, and I promise...
De'Amon Brown, number 2 for the Washington Commanders. I don't know if he changed his number or not for this season, upcoming season. Keep an eye on him because I think it's gonna be a great season for him coming up. De'Amon Brown,
right now, you don't know how good Terry McLaurin is, but Washington does, and that's why they paid him. McLaurin got a 3-year, $71 million extension. That comes down to about an average of nearly $24 million per season. With it comes a $28 million signing bonus, the largest ever given to a wide receiver.
Hold up. Sorry, you guys couldn't see this right here.
Plus, 76.4% of that money in the deal is guaranteed. But who knows? A few years down the road, his contract may look like a bargain with how fast money changes in the NFL. He does have one more season on his rookie deal, so he'll be locked up in Washington for the next 4 years.
4 years,
meaning at 30 years old, McLaurin will be ready to go get another contract.
Yes,
and who knows what the wide receiver and salary cap will look like then. Already this offseason, we've seen receivers become significantly more valuable. There isn't one specific reason why, but I do suspect it somewhat came with the Bengals choosing a wideout, Jamar Chase, over helping the offensive line, and then going on a Super Bowl run. This offseason has been wild. Devontae Adams got that 5-year, roughly $141 million deal, over $28 million a season, and Tyreek Hill got a 4-year, $120 million extension, good for $30 million per season. And of course, inside the division, the Eagles gave A.J. Brown a 4-year, $100 million contract. That's $25 million a year. Like McLaurin, Brown was drafted in 2019, a draft that has been filled with wide receiver contract questions all offseason. Every metric you can find will tell you that McLaurin and Brown are the two best in the class.
Ads. We don't like ads around here, baby. We're producing the video right here.
We already saw how A.J. Brown was able to change the Titans' passing game, and Terry McLaurin.
Let me say this about A.J. Brown. I'm a fan of him, but he's not no Terry McLaurin. I'm a fan. I love seeing him play, but now he's in the NFC East, same division as us.
Is, I would say, the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL, not named T. Higgins, but that's a video for a different day. Outside of McLaurin and Brown, DK Metcalf is looking for a new contract. Unsure really what the money would look like on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks just wait to see how he fares with a new quarterback to see how much...
Comment down. You guys really think, because now it looks like Seattle Seahawks, who they have? Geno Smith and Drew Lock. Do you guys see Seattle really doing a push? Because it was just like 2 seasons ago that Seattle was literally in every like championship game. You know, at every NFC championship game, if not like, you know, the divisional. Like they were always that one team that would always be packed, and you guys were like be ready for and knew they were gonna be coming hard this upcoming season. But now it's just like it's just not the same, bro. Defense is just not the same. I remember in elementary school, everyone's favorite team, also during middle school, was like Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks were their favorite team, and Patriots. Just bandwagon teams, because they're the teams that would be winning all the time.
Russell Wilson really did play a factor in his success. Obviously, whoever is behind center in 2022 will be a downgrade, whether that is Drew Lock or if it's Baker Mayfield. I always get a billion comments whenever I bring up the 2019 class without bringing up Deebo Samuel. So yes, I know he is also looking for a contract extension. I've said it a million times though, I really just don't like considering him a wide receiver. I see him more as just this freak athlete that can do anything you ask him. McLaurin, Brown, and Metcalf, they're all just pure.
I think Deebo called himself a wide receiver / running back,
wideouts. Back in 2019, Washington selected Terry McLaurin in the 3rd round, and a lot of the reasoning was to pair him up with his college quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. McLaurin wasn't exactly a star at Ohio State. He had less than 600 yards over the first 4 years of college. 4 years, 600 yards. That's it. But that wasn't the case in 2018. McLaurin had over 700 yards and 11 touchdowns as a redshirt senior. Still, ahead of the 2019 NFL Draft, he was regarded as a special teamer and a backup wide receiver, with maybe the potential to become a starter. NFL.com even compared him to Justin Hardy, who went undrafted, and oh yeah, he wasn't even good enough to play receiver in the pros and opted to switch to cornerback. So yeah, safe to say that a lot of teams missed on their evaluation of Terry McLaurin. And as a Washington fan, I'm so glad they did. From the moment McLaurin set foot at Washington training camp, it was obvious that he was something special. And I'll tell you what, everyone in that building knew that Washington found a gem in the 3rd. McLaurin, in his NFL debut, his first game ever, had 125 yards and a touchdown, and the rest is history. He showed flashes all rookie year, and despite missing 2 games, still had over 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. The next season, McLaurin became a team captain, helped Washington to an NFC East title, and had over 1,100 yards with 4 touchdowns. Then, in 2021, McLaurin had over 1,000 yards again to go with 5 touchdowns. He is a beast. Everyone that's watched him knows that, and it's come with 8 different starting quarterbacks in his career in only 3 years, and Carson Wentz will make that 9 this season. McLaurin played his first game in the pros, catching passes from Case Keenum before Colt McCoy was named the starter, and eventually Dwayne Haskins. In 2020, Haskins started the year, but then he ended up getting benched for Kyle Allen, and then once Allen got hurt, Alex Smith took over, despite him nearly dying 2 seasons before. Ryan Fitzpatrick started in 2021, but got hurt in week 1, and Taylor Heineke played the majority of the season, but at one point he got COVID, and Garrett Gilbert had to start. 8 different quarterbacks in 3 years, and Carson Wentz is going to be 9 after Washington traded away a second and 2/3 for him this offseason. Just like Carson Wentz is a huge upgrade for Terry McLaurin, Wentz is easily going to be playing with the best wide receiver cast he has ever had in his career. I think Wentz is easily the best quarterback McLaurin has ever played with, and just based on pure talent alone. I've watched enough Carson Wentz since he came into the league in 2016 to know exactly what he is. He's a talented quarterback who I believe tries to play hero ball way too often and makes bad decisions sometimes, or all the time. Hopefully having better wideouts around him and just players in general will help him do his job and not feel like he needs to be a hero. Curtis Samuel is going to be the number 2 receiver. He'll be back after he dealt with a groin injury all 2021. Wentz has already had some praise.
Yo, Curtis Samuel was in and out every time like in 2021 season, bro. It'd be so annoying to just keep up with him. But I really want him to do great and succeed, bro. But we have Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin speaks for himself, right? Curtis Samuel, De'Amon Brown, which I told you guys, number 2. Keep an eye on him, bro. I think this season's gonna be really great for him. Cam Sims, keep your eye out on him too. He's that go up and catch it type of dude, bro.
Praise for Samuel, calling him explosive.
Can't sleep on Logan Thomas, number 82 as well. Obviously, running back core, we already know. J.D. McKissick, great, if not one of the best receiving backs in the league, right? We re-signed him, got him back. Antonio Gibson, excited about him too.
And that whenever he does get the ball in his hands, he quickly makes guys miss or it gets downfield. Samuel had over 1,000 yards with the Panthers in 2020, and if he can be healthy again, he should have a good year across from McLaurin like he did when defenses were paying more attention to DJ Moore in Carolina. Plus, at the 2022 NFL Draft, Washington continued to go after wideouts, taking Jahan Dotson. Dotson had almost 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns at Penn State last season. He is a jump ball guy, the exact kind of receiver that Carson Wentz is going to love. Dotson fits Wentz's play style really well and just really what he wants to do, and I think that even though Dotson is the likely 3 behind McLaurin and Samuel, he should make an impact as a rookie. For the first time in a while, I have a little bit of optimism for Washington, and maybe that's just because Terry McLaurin getting down for the next 4 seasons is the rare good news that Commanders fans haven't had much of in a long time. I think that optimism is rooted in just simply Terry McLaurin. He's the leader in the locker room, there's a reason he's a team captain, and a little after he signed his extension, he sent out a tweet that tells you everything you need to know about the person Terry McLaurin is.
He sent a long tweet,
Yeah,
bro.
I know the message is long as hell, but I read it all, and here's what's important. McLaurin talked about how much of a blessing.
Look at that, bro. Name someone that really, after getting a contract and getting paid that much money, right, at a young age, right, tweets all of that, bro. That's a lot of stuff in there, bro.
It's been playing in the NFL,
Types
but that team
shows you that
accomplishments
that
mean
man's
more than the
really
individual
humble.
ones. And while getting a new contract is exciting, it motivates him to work even harder. He thanked God, his family, his girlfriend, essentially the entire Washington organization and his teammates from the past and present, and finally, he thanked the fans and said that he knows that Washington can return to the upper echelon of football and establish a winning culture. One
And
day
we
at a
will,
time,
baby.
together,
We will.
through hard work and dedication.
That was beautiful.
Chill, bro.
We still gotta run him out of town.
That's the kind of
bro.
person Terry McLaurin is. You already know what kind of player he is. You've seen that every Sunday. But Washington got more than just one hell of a player. They got one hell of a person. And I wouldn't want to see anyone else leading the Commanders out on the field in the coming future. Also, for those worried about my awful looking hair that had apparently resembled like someone had just used it to scrub the floor, I cut it. You're welcome.
You're good, bro. Don't worry about it. We all have bad hair days, bro. You know? Let me just Bang. Oh my god. How did I get so big? Chris, why are you so big? Oh my god. But, you guys see it, bro. You guys haven't heard of Terry McLaurin yet. You guys heard of him now, right? So nobody's about, oh, who's Terry McLaurin? Where does Terry McLaurin dude come out of? What college is he from? Is he a rookie? No, none of that. He's going into his fifth. Yeah, he's going into his fifth year. So, I feel like this season's gonna be very big for us. I really want us to win that division, NFC East division. We gotta win this division. There's gotta be no excuses. I mean, we're all coming back. We got the band back together. Signed JD, as I said earlier. We got him back. I mean, defense is gonna have to do defense again. You know, I don't want it. We just have we have the potential to beat her, right? The Commanders, we have the potential to beat her. You know, we gotta just block out all that outside noise that we just can't control as players, right? So I just hope everything else goes well. But outside of that, I'm glad Terry McLaurin got paid his money. Very humble dude. Very great receiver. Not one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in the league. But without further ado, man and woman, kids, children, elderly, everyone around the world, have a rest of your day, rest of your morning, rest of your night. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.